How did you do that? How do you know where to connect the LED and the switch? This is a ridiculous question to someone who knows and studied electronics, but it is a nightmare to a student or maker who is just starting to learn Arduino, starting to connect, interface devices, and integrate the electronics, sensors, and other electronics that can be integrated into the Arduino Uno. Well, this is what I would like to share in this video, dedicated for those who are zero knowledge in interfacing of device into the Arduino Uno using the A3CS shield, my own design shield for easy plug and play of external device into the Arduino Uno. The popular LED 13 on the Arduino Uno board was connected to digital pin 13. It was interfaced as a current source configuration where it needs to send a logic 1 to light the LED and send a logic 0 to turn off the light of the LED. This is the same thing I did with the AMPduino A3CS shield. The LED inside the switch was connected to the same MCU port, digital pin 13. That is the easiest way. Copy and paste. Isn't it that easy? After all, Arduino to me looks like copy and paste. But the question remains, how do you know where to connect such device like the LED or the switch? That is a newbie, real hard question actually, which could be a nightmare if you are really a zero knowledge. For example, where did I connected the SW1? Which port? And why I use this port? To answer this question, you need to understand the pin mapping of the Arduino Uno. Take some time to see it, and you will realize and find it out the digital pin 13, which is equivalent to the pin 19 of the ATmega 328P microcontroller by Atmel, that is labeled as a PB5, that is port B, bit 5. To expand the understanding, port B is an 8-bit, and 5 designate bit 5 of that port. In Arduino, we do not care about the ATmega 328P ports. What we care about is the function, such as digital pin 13. You may ask why the Arduino Uno LED 13 was connected to digital pin 13. Why use this port? To my understanding, they use this because pin 13 can be configured as input and also as an output that is free, same as all other I/O like the digital pin 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Of course, you can use digital pin 0 and pin 1, but these pins are dedicated to the UART communications. Well, you can use them if you will not use the UART function in your project. To expand the understanding, you are free to use any of the digital pins to connect a TTL level or transistor logic level, that is 0 or 5 volts. If you want to connect the LED to pin 2, you are free to do that. What about pin 3? Well, you need to think twice, as the alternative function of digital pin 3 is PWM or pulse width modulation, which means you can use it as a general I/O, and why not? But you need to consider your application if you need a PWM function or not. But still you can use it, as there are other alternative PWM pin such as digital pin 5 and digital pin 6, which you can use it. You get it? You got it? Let's see the push button SW1. I connected it at pin 7, that is, digital pin 7. I am free to do this because pin 7 at that time is free I/O. I should have connected that to digital pin 5, but as I look into the I/O table of my project, pin 5 has been used for the DHT11 control. In other words, I can no longer use digital pin 5 as it was dedicated to control DHT11. As of now, it is not possible to connect two devices with different functions at the same time at the same pin. This is true to my current knowledge right now. If you ask what I/O table I am talking about, okay, let me explain it very clearly. Sa aking DIY project management, hindi ako basta-basta banat ng banat sa aking hardware. Alam mo, pinag-iisipan ko muna iyan at hindi kaagad rock and roll. Una, busy ako sa work bilang isang OFW, a foreign force worker. Kaya naman, kung nasa tren ako galing sa work pauwi sa aking bahay, habang nakatingin sa isang magandang dilag sa tren, iniisip ko yung mga I/O pins ng Arduino. Alin kaya dyan ang para sa switch, para sa LED, sa power management, sa temperature control, shutdown, etc. and etc. Ang ginagawa ko, inisa-isa ko iyan na i-map base sa information ng Arduino Uno I/O pin mapping. So, if you see the outcome of this imagination was written on a table called General Input-Output Port Definition Assignment. From here, I can see very clearly what device is connected into the Arduino Uno, what type of I/O, either it's an analog or digital I/O, and what kind of I/O, an input or an output. In this way, I'm not putting all the information in my brain to avoid overload. As you know, as my brain has been overloaded on a day-to-day job which consumes a lot of calories solving issues with my boss. By writing the information into a project specification, it saves me from using much of my brain memory and makes me look younger. Oh, that is a joke actually. One of the primary drivers of my success, no matter in a real job or just a hobby, which makes me close to 99.1% success, is to offload what I'm thinking and write it down as a specification as I have shown you earlier. You might see most of my shareware and courseware projects were successful. Here, you might like to see my adventure with the Arduino project used in automation. This is called Arduino Automatic Test Equipment for the DR100 Watt Concept Project, Episode 4. I simply call it ATED for short. Let's make it a hobby to enjoy writing the specification of the project, defining all the ins and outs, including pin assignment, probably the schedule, as well as those key people who might help you in the project. Again, I want to emphasize that I do not rock and roll into my hardware and shouting in Arduino forum asking what and what. Instead, I sit down, cool and relax. I will think and write what I wanted to do. In fact, when I started Arduino, I also asked in several forums, but no one really helped me. It's a kind of frustration. So, I learned the right way to write down my project technical specification and I study it instead of shouting and asking in the forum. What I do now in the forum is to share my good experience instead of asking. Now that you know the secret on how you manage your Arduino project, including device interfacing, once you know that, you may not need to ask from the forum. If you can connect such device into a particular Arduino pin, as if you do that, someone will tell you, inbox me or PM me for the answer. An answer to the question that might have a tag price. Oh no, I'm joking again. By the way, before I forget, when I say current source, I'm talking about the current in conventional flow. You might have read that the current flows from negative to positive in the electron flow. Well, there are much to learn about electronics, being a newbie, and along the way, on your own adventure, you will learn them. Don't you worry. Alright guys, that is for today's video. I hope you learned from it and enjoy watching my adventure. Share it to someone you think might need it. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, you might consider to subscribe to get notification when I posted a new videos or update of this project. Bye for now and see you in the next Arduino tutorial video.